You know what, playing this on a PS5 genuinely feels like I'm about to commit a war crime. Red Dead Revolver is an older game. I mean, yeah, that's kind of it. In fact, it is so old that some of you watching this video weren't even born when it released, back on the 4th of May in 2004. I was a kid and didn't play it right away, so I don't know why I'm pretending to be better than you. But through the butterfly effect, if I had played it, many of you may not even exist. And sometimes, looking at the YouTube comments, I'm not entirely sure if that would be a good or a bad thing. In today's video though, Red Dead Revolver is joining my gallery of still gold games. Why? Because I love it, I guess. What other reason do I need? And besides, who doesn't love ripping the ever-loving piss out of an old classic banger? Because it's just a little scuffed. So please, enjoy Red Dead Revolver is still gold. And yes, I'm using the newer Red Dead font because this is literally the best quality of the old logo that I could find on the internet, and its resolution gives me an aneurysm, so let's begin. Like any other game, Red Dead Revolver starts on the main menu. Our first job, naming our save file. You knew I was going to have to name it something absurd, come on.
Pew 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 pew.
I sound like I'm saying pubes over and over again, I'm so sorry. These loading screens get cooler and cooler as you go, and they kind of slap, to be honest. The story starts with a man returning home after a long adventure to his wife and his child, which is us. The child's name is Red. Old Dad explains to us that our troubles are finally over because they've found a fuck ton of gold and we definitely won't get robbed inside the next 5 minutes. Red notices that his dad has a cool gun. We get given our own gun, which is nice. It's just what I've always wanted. Thanks for the gun, Dad. I'm off to use it on the family dog. So while Dad is no doubt being pegged by Mum inside the house, I'm down by the river shooting targets that have been conveniently set up so that I don't use the weapon on animals. Clearly nobody thought out an in-law explanation for this tutorial because it seems as if the voices in my head are teaching me how to shoot. Then I turn my attention to my mother's pots and pans. And just like that, the Lord above has taught me how to shoot.
What are you doing to my pots and pans?
Now don't henpeck the boy. Next trip into town, I'll buy you a whole bunch of new pots and pans.
Would you look at that? Bandits, on cue as always. Look out, bandits, I literally learned to shoot 5 seconds ago. You don't stand a chance. You're just gonna stand there fucking vacantly while your house is on fire, you silly man. Turns out, killing people earns you money. Fucking hell. I should kill people more often. After mercilessly killing every bandit I see, I discovered that my dad and mum are dead. I hope they have life insurance. Oh yeah, the faces in this are something to behold. Jesus.
Kid, I reckon your pa's better off dead. Him being such a yellow belly and all.
That was completely fucking uncalled for, so naturally, I shoot the man's arm off. Suck that, you dick, and we escape. However, unfortunately, our hand is burnt, and will probably have to be cut off by the next doctor we see. This game is a throwback to memory cards. Does anybody remember the struggles of PS2 memory cards? Ah, I'm a fully grown man now. Look at me, I'm fucking sick, boy. Don't mind me, just walking along with my dog, and a merchant crawls out from under a wagon and tries to sell me a knife. Would you look at this? You've got more customers, sir.
You holding out on us, old man?
Look at the state of his fucking face.
What the hell are you looking at?
Your stretchy teeth, evidently.
Fill 'em full of lead.
And that right there is the face of a certified sex offender. I kill them, naturally, and make money in the process because I'm fucking stonking. And they die. Because that's kind of what happens when you kill them. Turns out they have mates. Why the fuck would a merchant set up a stall outside of a bandit camp, you silly goon? In other news, I'm starting to regret not buying that knife. That is a big man. That is also a big bearded man. And that is a bloody motherfucker. Ah yes, Tom, Oath and George. The famous gunslinging trio. Wait, make that a duo. Actually, it's a single now.
I'm a-coming.
Yeah, this is what the original Deadeye looked like. Pretty cool, right?
Here I come.
Well, what a gripping battle that was.
Damn, son. Ha! You done killed them all.
The voices told me to. The merchant explains that if we take the corpses into town, we can collect a bounty on their heads, so we steal the merchant's cart.
I'll be taking your cart.
Upon arriving in the lovely town of Widow's Patch, a bunch of reprobates kill my dog.
Damn, varmint.
And now I'm gonna fucking massacre this town! Nobody kills my dog but me, you sweaty sods. Now I have one question. Why is there a health bar for chicken in the corner? Who cares? The town killed my dog, and now everyone must suffer. Good afternoon, sir. You are dead. I just want to address that I've already killed those that killed my dog. I'm just killing everyone else for fun. Ratatata, bitch. I have no clue who this fella is or why he wants to be involved and why he has an identical twin. This is strange. At what point in this massacring the town business do the people just give up and accept death? I'd love to know. This is the part where the voices inside my head teach me how to duel. And now there's a blood geyser at the entrance of the saloon. Red admires his own handiwork.
I'm looking at a dead man.
Wait, he's fucking called what? I've killed everyone else, so Ugly Chris has the right idea, using the town's sheriff as a meat shield. I don't care, I'll kill you both, mate. He's dead, and the sheriff now needs a doctor because I shot him as well. So we decide to take him with us to the town of Brimstone and leave this shithole in the capable hands of one woman, because everyone else in town is literally dead. This is her town now. She must be so pleased. I love the insightful interactions you can have with the people on this train. Allow me to show you some of them.
The best general store in the territory's in Brimstone. I should know. I own it.
Howdy, gunslinger. You'll see plenty more of your kind in Brimstone.
Hey, mister, you heading to Brimstone too? I reckon that's where everyone is heading. Always jobs in Brimstone. Me, I'm going to work for Carnaby Peabody. He's the manager of the Brimstone Bank and a real swell guy.
Mister, you could really use a hot bath and some fresh clothes.
Thank you for that.
What you bothering me for? Sit back down.
And then the train gets attacked by bandits, and this lady picks up on that simply too quickly. She must be in on it.
Now this here's a robbery. Nobody plays hero, nobody dies.
Well, that didn't exactly play out how he'd hoped. Introducing the most agonizing train shootout of all time. Oh, fuck, I fell off the train again. This is a tough battle between the bandits, Red Harlow, and the infamous input delay as you fight your way to the front of the train so you can save the engineer from being shot. This gripping action comes with a significant risk to you throwing your controller at a wall. Don't worry, engineer, I'll save you off. Red learns to phase through beams and saves the day. The train driver offers to patch us up because apparently he's a medic as well. That's ideal. That or he just wants to touch us. I'm not sure. And then for the next 3 minutes you've got to protect the engineer from yet more bandits. This is actually a little harder than it looks, and we only really managed to get through by about a hair's worth of health for both of us.
Next up, Brimstone.
You, sir, are simply far too enthusiastic for a man who's been shot at least 100 times today. We arrive in the town of Brimstone, and the sheriff's life has been saved. Time to interact with the lovely people of this town. Introducing life's greatest failure. Somebody has bricked my nan's house again.
Give me fucking death already!
The woman who violated us on the train. And of course, my favourite character in the entire game, a man with dementia.
Yeah, when I get my hands on that prize money, I can finally get about doing that thing I was always thinking about doing. Now, what was that thing again?
To drown my sorrows, I purchase a $500 bottle of whiskey. Take my money now, and then I head to the upstairs of the saloon.
Howdy, stranger. Always nice to see a fresh face in town. You look like you could do with a bath, a soft bed, and the company of a fine woman.
I think I'll sleep in the fucking streets, bro. For some reason, the door that is the upstairs exit to the saloon is occupied. What? Before embarking on my next adventure, I visit the bank and they allow me to take out a mortgage on a saloon without doing any background check whatsoever. And then I visit the tailor being broke as Jesus Christ, look at the state of him. The NPCs in this game are the most immersive out of any game ever. They really make you feel like they're living human beings. The sheriff sends us on a mission to kill short clowns. What? Naturally, I Gatling gun them all to death because I hate clowns almost as much as I dislike short people. What on earth is going on here? Eventually, I do have to kill this endearing little fellow.
You gonna blow up real good, cowboy. Yeah.
And then Pig Josh rocks up and blows me to high heaven anyway, so what does it matter? Well, I guess that's how Red Harlow dies then.